everybody. God is here. I hope you all are doing well today. May this message resonate with you, and may you always use true discernment within every message. May the divine guide you and bring you the truth, the wisdom, and the clarity that is needed for your life, for your journey, and for this moment. Thank you all so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your positive energy and your positive comments. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm also grateful for your listening. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this message is going to be a divine activation and healing message. In these messages, there's so many cards that are falling on the floor. Okay. So in these messages, I use my personal digital deck along with other decks to give these messages. I actually have a new deck that I will be using in this message. I'm excited about that. I got a chance to feel around with this deck to feel it. So definitely going to be using it in this message. So the messages that I have from Divine Activation and Healing is protection, courage, self-love, solar plexus 333, 222, and the water element. There could be someone who may be moving in this time. You may be traveling, and you maybe got it to know that you are protected. This is a reminder. This is a reminder for you to know that you are divinely protected. And, whether you're traveling, this may be for someone who may be traveling in this time, who may be traveling to move as far as, to another state or to another city. This may be, you may be moving careers, or you may be moving, it may be something with an endeavor, and you're this is a reminder to know that you are protected, and you're, and not just for, for whatever it is that you're doing. It's moment to moment. This is a reminder for you to know moment to moment that you are protected. That in every moment you are protected. And, what you have done this far to get here, wherever you are, it does not have to be just traveling or, moving or anything like that. It could just be, this, as I've been speaking of in messages before, of just new beginnings, new opportunities, just different things like that. Even for some, with healing, you could be healing right now, or you could be nearing, a phase of, of healing. And, knowing in this time that you are protected, you are divinely protected, and, every moment you are protected. I even spoken of, I'm glad I said that too, because I've even spoken of, people, there may be someone who are needing to speak truth about something, needing to express themselves about something. And, this is a reminder of you knowing that you are divinely protected. And, in every moment, you're divinely protected. And this leads me to the courage of, how you got here. You were courageous, and, you're being reminded right now to stay courageous, and to know what you're doing is courageous. Knowing where you are is courageous. Knowing just looking at your life, going back to the protection and looking at how divinely protected you have always been, even when you thought you weren't. And for some, going back to that moving, I know I'm going everywhere, but there's so much in this message, okay? Going back to that moving, you may feel as though you're alone as well. but you're also being guided to know that you aren't. Maybe you're moving alone, maybe you're moving with a child, children, maybe you're, you know, with these endeavors, maybe you may be doing it alone, and you're being guided right now to know that you're protected, and you always will be protected. And you know, you're courageous right now. You're continue that. You're being guided to continue that courage and to see how far you've come. And that is the reason why you're here, because of your courage. You're here because of your courage, and you're being guided right now to continue that courage, continue to have that courage in this time, and to know that your endeavors, you know, whatever it is that you want to accomplish in this time, it will be accomplished. And to, you know that, and to be grateful and be thankful, and to see how blessed you are, because you know, in order for you to even be here, no matter where you are, whether it's healing, whether it's traveling, whether it's moving, whether it's opportunities, whether it's relationships, friendships, new beginnings, whatever it is, there is some things that you've had to let go. There was a mindset that you've had to let go, energy you had to let go, people, places, and things that you've had to let go. And that was courageous. That's courage. It takes a lot of courage to do that. And, you know, right now is a time to see that, to see how you've been divinely guided in this time, and to, you know, not be so hard on yourself, and to see also that, look at the perspective, look at it at, do I want to use the word perspective? Yeah, look back and see that you weren't ever alone. You never were alone. You know, how you got here right now, that's proof of just how you've been divinely guided, you know. So that's a reminder for someone, you know, to continue to have that courage. And with this self-love here, continue to have self-love for yourself on this journey. And because there may be some triggers that may come up, you know, maybe you're stepping out into, you know, I've spoken of friendships, I've spoken of relationships, you know, maybe you stepping into that, you know, that time, that energy now. And, you know, you may be, you know, fearful in it, you know, and this maybe you've already done it, and, you know, some things that you're noticing, you know, some triggers may be coming up, but, you know, continue to have self-love, and to know that you've been prepared for all of this. You've already went through the phases, the stage, you know, the stages, the seasons in your life of preparing for this, healing from this, removing and healing and growing and transforming you. So you know you know what to always, you know that core to always go back to. You know the tools, you know the energy, you know the guidance, the information, the different, you know, all of what needs to happen for yourself to move you in these energies, in these new directions, in where you are in life. You have it, you know. You didn't come into these energies empty-handed or empty-minded or soulless, or, you know, you have a firm foundation, even if you feel like you don't. This is why this protection, you know, message is here. It's just a reminder for you to know that you are protected, and that you have a strong foundation, and believing in the, you know, believing in yourself, believing in, you know, the most higher self, or, you know, source, whatever you may call it. And to know that, you know, you always have something to reflect on for, you know, like when it's time, an open book test, you know, basically when you're able to take the test and you're able to go back in a book and look for the answers, you know, even if you know the answer, and you may feel a little, you know, like you want to make sure, you can always go back into the book and to make sure you got the right answer. And it's the same thing. But this is always an open book test, you know. Looking at it in that perspective, it's always going to be an open. When it comes to what you've been through in these lessons and in these tests that you've already taken, now you have it's like an open book test. You have a core to you. You have a foundation. You have, you know, things that you can go back on, and, you know, and ask. You know how to ask. You know how to sit in stillness. You know how to meditate. You know how to get out in nature when it's time to. You know how to remove yourself from people, places, and things when it's time. You know how to trust in the signs and the synchronicities. And if not for some, if this is something that you don't know how to do yet, for some, this is what you are doing. You're going through this healing process, and you're being guided right now to know that you're protected, that this is courageous, and to continue to have self-love for yourself in this time right now, because it's very much needed. And this is a time for you to have compassion for yourself as well, to have compassion, even if you're not in this healing process. For all who I'm speaking of, you're being guided right now to continue to have self-love right now. There may be some triggers that may be coming up. There may be some triggers that may come along the way, or however it may be, but you're being guided right now to have compassion and patience for that inner child, and continue to give yourself that love that you're needing right now. And continue to, continue to know that you're divinely protected. And I've been getting a lot of confidence in these messages. It's a lot of confidence and courage that I've been, that are in these messages. And, I've spoken of this already, in the last messages of, you will be getting, confidence to do these things. And I believe that there's a lot of you all that may have done it. You have had the confidence, and you have confidence now, and you're courageous enough to do what it is that you want to do. I believe that energy that was spoken, I believe that most of you all put one foot in front of the other, and did whatever it is, or is doing whatever it is, and this is beautiful, because I have here that solar plexus, and I just believe that this is something that you all may be unconscious. Maybe you don't really even know about the solar plexus, but I believe unconsciously you've been wanting to, unconsciously meaning like you haven't been wanting to, you don't even know anything about chakras. You may just be wanting to heal this area. I think I'm saying that right. Unconsciously, what I'm trying to say is unconsciously you've been healing that area, whether you know that this is the solar plexus or not. You've been healing this area, and you've been wanting to have more confidence and courage, and this is something that has been activated. It's been a lot of confidence and courage that you have had, that most of you have had, or this is something, as I've spoken of before, this is something that it's being activated. Maybe before, some of you all may have had confidence, and it may have you may have went through a phase where it needed healed. It may have gotten blocked, or it may have gotten traumatized in some way, and you went through that phase of healing that energy. You may be guided right now to do more grounding, or this is something that you are doing. Going back to that solar plexus, though, going back to that solar plexus, going back to me speaking of, this is something you have chose to do, or this is something you're doing. You're letting go of doubts and fears, people, places, and things. And a lot of you are letting, illusions go as well. You having that courage to let illusions go. Did I talk about what I was going to talk about of speaking? A lot of you all also are going to be, I'm not sure if I finished this off, speaking truth. You may be guided right now to know that you are protected. Maybe there's a truth that you're wanting to speak, and I've spoken of this before in a message as well of, there may be a truth that someone is needing to speak about a certain situation, or, just some wisdom that you may have, and you may be afraid of that. And with that protection message, it's a reminder to know that you are divinely protect it, and to be courageous in this, and to give yourself that self-love when it comes to this. Give yourself compassion, even if no one, even with this truth, whatever you speak, whatever you do, to give yourself love, to give yourself compassion, to give yourself what you need, and looking at it as you're growing, looking at it also as, the validation, you don't really need it from anyone else. You give it to you. And this, I've even spoken of this before here of, first I give myself grace, and then, I'm grateful for others giving me that grace. First I give myself compassion, then I'm grateful for others, who have given me, compassion. It starts with you first. So that self-love is speaking of that as well. 333 is a reminder of you being courageous on your endeavors. Yeah, this is, it's a whole bunch of courageous messages, confidence messages. Maybe it's just a lot being unfolded in this time. There's a lot of, also, I've spoken of, there's a lot of balance that is here. There's a lot of truths that's, going to be spoken. Also, there's a lot of confessions that are going to be spoken. They may be vague. And it's many ways it's going to come out. It's many ways that these confessions are going to come out. Because, there's going to be a lot of truth coming out, and there's going to be a lot of confession, and it's going to be different type of energy. Vague energy when confessing, angry energy when confessing, sad energy when confessing, manipulative energy when confessing. And this could be within, just you doing it. For some, you doing it for yourself as an individual. For others, it may be for just a worldwide thing of just different things, because things are coming into balance, because their truths are being spoken, that it's going to be happening on a grand scale. So there's going to be different layers of it. It's going to be in households, it's going to be in friendships, it's going to be in relationships, it's going to be in different communities, it's going to be in different settings, it's going to be in the settings of just different things. Even when it comes to the things that are frowned upon, it's going to be truths about that. It's going to be a lot of confessions, the things that people may have, I've spoken of this before, of may have called some people crazy about. The truth about it is going to be exposed, and there's going to be a lot of confessions of this. It's going to be a lot of confessions of like what certain people were saying that was true and most people didn't believe. It's going to be confessions, actual confessions coming out, and it's going to be coming in different forms, different energies. And as they come out, this is a reminder to know that you're divinely protected. And continue to have that courage. You may be guided right now to ground more, get out in nature more, or continue to ground yourself. So that you can have that balance. Also, for some, you're being guided to reveal a talent that you have, and I've spoken of this. I've spoken of that talent. This is why that it's a potent energy of just release. Like, it's a lot of things being birthed in this time, and it's beautiful energy. A lot of people in this time are probably going to be releasing a lot of gifts and talents that they have in this time. And this is why you may be needing to ground yourself. Get out in nature and ground yourself. You could be seeing 222 a lot. you're learning, to have a deeper love connection with yourself. Peace, balance, and harmony in this time for you. And you also may be guided right now to drink more water in this time, or be near water. As I said before, ground yourself, get out in nature. Water has wisdom. Water can purify you, can cleanse your energy. When you drink it, it can cleanse your energy. When you drink it can purify you. When you drink it can, rehydrate you. And also the same benefits as you are able to be near it. It can cleanse the energy. It can purify you and, bring forth that wisdom for you. Also, for speaking of dehydration, the answer for someone may be coconut water. You may be feeling dehydrated. Maybe you work out, maybe you do a lot of running, you may do a lot of sweating, a lot of running, a lot of working out, or something in that, energy. Coconut water may be significant for you because it contains electrolytes. Because beginning for someone, you may be feeling drained and you don't know where this draining feeling is coming from. And it may be because your body is needed to restore those electrolytes. You may not be replenishing your body, especially if you wear like those sauna suits. If you know what a sauna suit is, it's like those they look kind of like garbage bags. That's all I'm not trying to talk about them because I like those as well. But what I'm saying, how to describe it is, it looked like a garbage bag. A lot of you all know what I'm talking about. You wear it when you work out. You may see people walking in it, running in it, working out in it. When you wear those, you sweat a lot. There's a lot of sweat that comes out of you, and you lose a lot of electrolytes as well. And this may cause dehydration. And what the coconut water will do will replenish that and bring back those electrolytes that you may have, sweated out during your workout, and then help you bring back that energy as well. So, and for some, this has been a problem for you for a very long time. And so maybe that may be the answer for you. Also, watermelon as well may be significant for you. But if you can't get a hold of a watermelon, coconut water for sure will help you in this time. It will definitely help you, replenish and hydrate, and, it'll help you with those electrolytes. Maybe you be out also, it doesn't even have to be with working out. Maybe you be out in the sun all day, working outside, and that may be significant for you. So I have emotions here. For someone, you may be guided right now to fertilize your emotions. In a way that you can fertilize your emotions, wow, as I said, that right action came out, fell on the floor. A way that you can fertilize your emotions. So that right action could be for that coconut water, or from what I'm about to say about these emotions, or right action could be this message the entirety of the message. But going back to the emotions, you may be guided right now to fertilize your emotions. There's many ways that you can fertilize your emotions. Also, not even just fertilize. And hold on, let me get the ways you can fertilize. You can journal. You can journal. Also, you can, as you're journaling, ask yourself what it is that you're feeling. Being honest with yourself. and asking yourself, what is it that you're feeling? Why are you feeling this? And maybe you can get to the root in it, and allowing yourself to, if you feel as though you need to do this because maybe this is a repetitive thing and you really just wanted to go ahead and heal this, asking yourself the true questions that is needed so that you can heal this. Also, just maybe you may just need to fertilize these emotions, like, let them come and don't judge or criticize them, and allow them to move through, just move on out, and allow them to release rather than to let them stay stagnant within. Also, your talents is a way for you to fertilize your emotions as well. There's a talent that someone may have that you may fertilize your emotions in that way. Care more about your emotions also as well. You also to honor, for some, it's speaking on honoring your emotions, honoring them as well, and this is why I go back to, writing, because this helps you to not leave it in and just leave it stagnant. It helps you not to be over emotional in situations, because I do have here the feminine cycle, and it could be leading into that fertilize in it. And what I mean by that, it could be fertilizing your emotions around this time, or because this card say reconnect with your cycle. You are a plural woman. Yeah, so going back to what I was saying is just honoring your emotions, knowing that they matter, and allowing them to be released in a way that is truest to you, and to not let them override or let them be blocked off. And one way that you can do this is by reconnecting with your cycle, because it will help you learn through the phases, through the cycles of when your emotions are more heightened, and when they need to be fertilized. I really hope that that made sense. I also have here rebirth. And this is speaking of an opportunity for deep transformation before you. And I also have behind that is life is showering you with its abundance. So that goes back to that healing that I was talking about, that some of you all may be going through. A rebirth, a transformation. You may be healing in this time, going through some deep healing, and this is a reminder that you're protected. You're being guided to know that you're protected. There's also something that you may be needing to have an outrageous openness about. Maybe it's about grieving, something that you're needing to grieve. There may be a blockage within that you're needing to release when it comes to something that you have not grieved about. And you may be trying to do this alone. But with this invite help card here, this is something that this help that you need is going to come from the divine, and the divine is going to help you in this time, whether in bringing in a person, places, or thing, or help you, guide you with your intuition with this grief, with this healing. And this is going to help you get in the flow. This is going to help you feel liberated. And this is going to also help you to start trusting the divine source more. That message is for someone. And I have here karma. So as I said before, there may be some of you all that may be going through some healing in this time. You may be going on a journey of just healing, self-love, spiritual awakening. And there are some things that you may be learning, about yourself, about the things that you allowed on your journey, about the things that you have done on your journey. And this is all helping you to become aware and to help you learn how you've treated yourself or treated, situations or others in this time. And so this is why I believe that karma card is here. It's some things that, that is being learned in this time. And I know that word is a heavy word. It can be if you use it in that way. It can be really heavy, but I really do my best not to use that word in a heavy way, because I know how offensive it can be to some. So I just simply say, karma is, in a spiritual sense, is, you learning what you have, is, lessons that you may be learning that you may have done to yourself, or that you may have done to another, or all of the above. And, a lot has been being shown in this time. And this is why I believe that this outrageous openness card is here, because it's talking about, different perspectives, learning different perspectives, and, if there's grief about this, to release it. To release that grief. If that's what that grief is for you, the grief card could have come out for different reasons. A lot of you all's vibrations are rising in this time. And this is why you may be going through this as well. You're releasing a lot of, you're having to go through things and learn a lot of things in this time so that you can raise your vibration. I know this message have a lot of messages. So I just ask that you're able to stay through the end. A lot of you all could be missing home right now because you have traveled, because you may have moved away. So going back to your vibration is rising. Your vibration is rising. You are the pillar of light. You're also being guided to leap right now. This card says you go first, the universe will catch you. So this is going back to those endeavors that I was speaking of. And when you do this, using your heart, in this time, using your heart, letting your heart chakra be open. And this card says yes. So just in that moment, you may have just asked a question. And the answer may be yes. But the card actually says yes. And then the message under it says, just say yes. So it could be speaking on just saying yes to this reality, saying yes to who you are, who you have become, saying yes to this new opportunity, say yes to this traveling, say yes to, you leaping first, you being this pillar of light, and doing it from the heart. A lot of you all may be grieving. I just want to say this really quick. A lot of you all may be grieving as well because you may be missing home. And I think I said that, but I don't think I used the word grieving. Or maybe I did. A lot of you all move because you are the pillar of light, and a lot of the energy that you once were in was holding you back, was blocking you, was making you stagnant, and you had to be removed from it. For some, this is a perspective to be looking at in your life, and being guided to just say yes. I have here money. All my finances are now in divine order. Love itself knows my needs and is the source for all. I needy cling to gain or fear loss. Every need will be met through offering all to the divine. So maybe you have been having some doubts and fears when it comes to money. Trusting that letting go of that fear and offering, everything to the divine will help you in this time. The card's not even falling on the table anymore. They're all just falling on the floor. All right, I have here gratitude and loneliness. So before, you could have been getting your money could have been coming from You may have had like a source that your money may have came from before. I keep getting moving. I think someone is, contemplating moving or just moved or being guided to move. And you may just be afraid in this time right now. Maybe you've had this is another story. Maybe, you may be afraid that you may not have the money, or, the source of your money. Maybe, because if you move, you may think that, you won't have the money, or maybe the source for your money, maybe let's say if it's a person that may give you money, you won't have that person anymore, and you may be afraid of this. Please always use discernment within these messages, because I know I just had this yes card and this just say yes card, but I always want you to use discernment within these messages and allow these messages to be confirmation and or guidance when listening. I have here gratitude and loneliness. Find just one thing that you feel grateful right now and let that gratitude pour through your body. It's a healing balm like the warmth of the sun. So giving thanks in this time right now. Giving thanks for what you do have in this time right now. What you've had in the past and what you have now. I have here loneliness. When you stop fearing your aloneness, you stop settling for less than you deserve. May I embrace and love my solitude, and that's when kindred spirits can finally come. So maybe someone may be afraid of being alone. Maybe it has something to do with money. This is a reminder you are a pillar of light, so there may be something around you that could be, or maybe something that you're being guided to move away from. I have here calmness. It says the inner divine is the witness of all, remaining still and quiet even during intense turbulence. So take a deep breath and then say, quiet my mind, dear Lord. May your peaceful calm take over. So that calmness card is going back to that grounding card, getting out in nature in this time. So you can have calmness in this time, and so you can let everything flow in this time. No matter whether it's traveling, an endeavor, opportunities, friendships, relationships, this new beginning, whatever it is, there are many messages within this message. Overall, in the messages I've been getting, really, it's speaking on courage and confidence and knowing that you're going to be divinely protected in whatever it is that you take the next step in, or whatever it is that you're in. I really hope that this message resonated. Sending you so much love and light. May you get it through the wind. Thank you.